You should have held me that day in the park. I had lost Andre too. Instead, you just made me feel ashamed and unwanted. Just like you made Andre feel. We weren't strong then against people like you. You held all the cards. You know, he wanted your love so much his whole life that he had to pretend that he didn't. So did I that day. I wanted you to love me. I wanted you to love me for loving Andre. I wanted to forgive you. But I don't anymore. I don't care. You know, I'm not even sure if you had never just shown up here today that I would have ever thought about you again. You know, I don't think news of your passing would have ever made the New York Times. God, it's sad when you think about it. This thing isn't over. This thing that brought us all together. Men are still falling in love and young men are still getting infected, and yet so many are dying. If anything like that ever happened to Bud, God, or Will, I would be devastated. But yet I would not reject either one of them. Will, he's my husband, and Bud, he's my son. I'm Will's husband, not his judge, and Bud, he's my son, not his scourge. God, if that was my son wasted away in that hospital bed, incoherent, incontinent. I would want him to know how much I loved him. I would never reject him. You know, I did what I could for Andre. I hope to this day that it was enough. Being a parent's made me quite defenseless. It's a really good thing I don't want anything from you, Mrs. Gerard. I'm gonna get your coat.